I mean, it's kind of both, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
Practice.
kind of both, just more casual. So, all right, you ready to go, Slick?
Yeah, sure, you could
And
start.
just to be sure, one more time, no conceptual nonsense, equal potency, whatever, no layers.
Alright.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I am. We could still do layers.
No, layers get boring.
Fine.
Okay, so we ready to go?
Yeah. Alright.
Okay,
You can
you
start
want to
if you
start, or
want.
you want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, so if Wolverine gets close, Kenshiro's aura would kill Wolverine.
Alright. So how exactly does this work?
It's a passive aura that Kenshiro has. Basically, if anyone, and here's the deal: it is universal in Fist of the North Star. So everyone, because they can use Ki, have their own aura, which is the reason why characters can fight each other in Fist of the North Star all the time. But anyway, basically, anyone approaches Kenshiro without an aura or some type of equivalent, they die. That's how it works.
Like post
Yeah,
scans
sure.
of that. So like,
It scans. Sure.
so like, does it only work physically?
What now?
Like, does it only like neg you on like a physical level or like
Spiritual.
like? All right, spiritual.
It's spiritual. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Could you just post scans for that?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, and by the way, for context, Hokuto Shinken specifically comes from China. So the origin of Ki would be spiritual because it came from China. Okay.
All right, just
Yeah, I just want to get that out of the way so we don't have any contentions later on. Here you go. So here's the scans talking about what I was referring to about Kenshiro and having an aura, and it's even explained by Rao as well. An example of what I talked about with like characters having auras fighting each other. I'll go ahead and get you a scan of Toki versus Rao as an exemplifier of that. Here you go. Okay, so what does Wolverine have for that?
All right, yeah. I'm just reading through this right now. Just give me a moment.
Sure, it's all good. Oh yeah, I'm not too loud, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. It's been a while since I used phone, and I don't exactly like to boom on the mic.
All right. Yeah, I got to counter this. Wolverine has interacted with like beings who are spiritual in nature before.
Okay, but there's characters in Fist of the North Star who's interacted with spiritual-based characters, and they also have to have auras to fight other characters. Of course, I'm not arguing layers, but that's how it worked in Fist of the North Star. I'll go ahead and grant that he's interacted with spiritual beings, it's just I don't think that's a counter. At least in specifically Kenshiro's case for the aura.
Well, all right. So like, like the whole like aura thing, like with like the whole like spiritual thing, like could you like show like scans of like them like interacting with like spiritual beings and pretty much like needing an aura to still like interact?
I've already dropped 2 scans of Toki fighting Rao, and they both have their own auras. Toki was relative to Rao in that fight, and because they both had auras, the auras were more or less just canceling each other out. As in, the auras weren't one-shotting each other, because they had both had auras since they're both relative anyway. Not to sound like I'm shotgunning, but that's how it works in this case.
Alright, I think I gotta counter this.
Would you like some more scans so I can like go into those examples?
No, this is fine.
Okay. And remember, right? Don't feel like you're too pressed for time. If you feel like you don't have a counter, then we can go ahead and come back to this later. I don't mind leaving it open.
Yeah, well, I think I gotta counter this.
Okay. Okay.
One question I do have. Yeah, they do like use like auras against each other. Actually, wait, never mind. You already answered that.
Okay. So, would you like me to go a little bit into Hokuto Shinken to explain a little more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how Hokuto Shinken works is that you channel ki into, okay, think of it as like Goku and Dragon Ball, right? But in a more efficient, brutal manner where you channel ki in your body in order to become, say, powerful, and then you say channel ki into your attacks. Like, for example, when Kenshiro presses a pressure point, he hits your pressure point, and it's in that pressure point attack usually. Or say if you have a character with, say, Nanto Seiken, right? They had infused themselves with ki, so they just bypass the durability of Nanto Seiken, right? Etc. Etc. All martial artists can manipulate ki on some level. This a North Star. At least the major ones, anyway. Like say Souther, Kenshiro, Falco, yada yada.
All right, yeah, Wolverine has like gone up against like people like Iron Fist who like use key based attacks.
Yeah, but using ki based attacks isn't like equivocal to like having a ki based aura that's passive.
I mean, what
Okay,
difference
okay,
does it really
okay.
make?
Let me put it to you this way, right? Uh, actually, I do want to make a claim and then not have anything supporting it. Okay, so are you saying he's went up against Iron Fist in the nature where he just uses ki based attacks, or in the
Yeah.
nature of where Iron Fist just had an aura that's passive?
I mean, well, he could like create like his own like aura because like he
Right.
has been able to
Okay,
use
okay, but here's
key-based
the
attacks
deal, right?
before.
Right. I don't want to sound like I'm being overbearing or anything, but the point is, I specifically said that the aura is passive, and that this is different from a fighting aura that like where you, like it just shines around your body, or that you fire off ki when you use attacks. This is a completely different scenario. It's just a I will kill you if you come near me shield that's passive in nature. Has he fought anyone with that type of thing?
Well, again, like yeah, if he like fights against people who have like key-based attacks, why does it like really matter? You know, if like his is passive, if he's still like tanked key-based attacks.
Because whenever you use attacks that are infused with ki, you yourself are attacking. Kenshiro's just standing there. The shield is just all around him, and then if Wolverine just comes near, it's gonna kill him. It's literally the same way of like where Rao was just on that horse, staying still, and was letting Ray about kill himself before he noticed the aura, and had to jump back.
I mean, yeah, he does have a key-based aura, but
Okay. Okay. Let's try something that's more of an analogy. Are the key attacks you're referring to as Iron Fist kind of like Goku in the sense where Goku just channels ki into his body to use key attacks?
well, yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah.
Right. Kenshiro also has that, but he also has an aura on top, which I'm not arguing a layer or anything. This is a passive shield. This shield protects Kenshiro against anyone who doesn't have anything of a rough equivalent of a shield. Because in Fist and North Star, you have to have more or less an aura or a type of equivalent in order to go up against someone else. Because if they're powerful like Kenshiro, Raul, Falco, then you need to be powerful yourself. AKA, you need to scale to them so that your aura would more or less scale relative to their aura. So that the auras would cancel each other out so that you can fight. Okay. Let me go get like a scan or two of what I'm talking about.
Alright.
Yeah, so and then for context, Kensho's older brother Ralph fought someone called Use the Cloud, right? Now I'll drop a scan or two, but I want you to pay attention to what I say first, or pay attention to what the scan says whenever I go over it. Okay. Let's see. Alright. That's not the one I want. So. Okay. I'll get another scan in a second, but basically, whenever a fight starts, your aura is essentially mixed, or the shield's essentially mixed, right? Which means the aura is essentially intertwined, right? Here, let me go and. Sorry, my phone's a little annoying with the scans. Let's. Okay, here it is. My apologies. So, I want you to take notice in this next scan I drop in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and I'll even screenshot this part too. Okay, here you go. So, what basically happens when a fight starts is that your keys or your auras essentially mix, which means that when your auras mix, your auras essentially combine in a sense, which is basically the equivalent of like the barriers canceling each other out. Okay. It's not like if this guy has this big bubble around him and this other guy has a bubble around him, they can't hurt each other because they both have bubbles. It doesn't work like that. It's more like their bubbles just combine, and anything around them just dies from their combined aura. So has Wolverine gone up against something specifically like that?
Well, Iron Fist like can like create like his own like aura around him that's like made of like ki.
Right, but is his passive in nature?
Well, it's not necessarily like passive. He does have to like activate it.
Right. But the reason why I ask is because a passive ability will just be active no matter what, right? Like in Fist and North Star, when you enter battle mode, when you get ready to fight, that's when your aura just sprouts up. With Iron Fist, he has to activate his barrier, right? So has Wolverine ever fought Iron Fist while his barrier was up?
Well, let me see if I got something for that. Yeah, I don't have a counter to this.
Okay. Uh, Again, I am willing to leave this open. So if you find something and you want to drop it later, we can. We can always come back to this. So we'll just leave this on the table for now. Is that fine?
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You want to get in your one count now?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll argue durability negging.
Okay.
Wolverine's claws could
Okay.
neg durability, and I'll get the stuff
Okay.
for that.
Okay. Go ahead and drop something for that.
Yeah, I'll get some stuff for that.
Okay.
And he's also like been able to like do this against people who are like physically like superior like to him.
Yeah, I got you. If people are like physically stronger and whatnot, yeah, I completely get it. Yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
it's just decent durability neg. I got it. After you drop your scans, I'll go ahead and get into my counter to that.
Alright. Alright, I just posted scans.
Okay, so okay. I do have 5 examples of Kenshiro dealing with durability negation. So, Kenshiro has fought against users of Nanto Seiken before. Nanto Seiken is a martial art where it's essentially what's the word? It's compared to fucking oh yeah, that's right. Hokuto Shinken as essentially yin to its yang, right? Whereas say Hokuto Shinken bypasses durability by essentially pressing a button in the body to make it explode. Nanto Seiken essentially just destroys the body from the outside, ignoring durability. Kenshiro's fought someone named Shin before, who has actually done that type of thing. Let me get a couple scans. Okay, let me get a few scans here. Okay, here. Here's one example. I do have a lot of other ones, but in Shin's fight, now I don't really mind what your opinion would be of him dodging it. Obviously, right? This is a different character, so it might not always persist in the same context. But he has dealt with someone who has Nanto Seiken just by simply tanking their attack, stabbing through his hand, and then after that, just attacking back. This is just one example. So he has dealt with durability neg before. That's at least relative to him.
Alright, I'll accept this.
Okay. Okay. You can go ahead and go to another WinCon if you want.
Are you sure you don't want to like give one of your own?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Alright. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll argue skill now.
Okay. So, I'll go ahead and grant that Wolverine has skill. But I do have something for that. So Kenshiro has a margin of error of 3 seconds within 1 month. That should just negate whatever skill advantage Wolverine has. Would you like an example of like why this would be important?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's say you're in a fight against someone and you're more skilled against them, right? That means that means inherently they have like a margin of error of say you deflecting an attack, you dealing with an attack in some way, shape, or form. You essentially mess with their attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens here is that Kenshiro has a margin of error of about 3 seconds in 1 month. So this would mean that Kenshiro's attacks don't miss, or like his hand skills wouldn't really like have much of an issue dealing with Wolverine due to the fact he has a margin of error of about 3 seconds in 1 month. Here, I'll go ahead and screenshot a translation from the databook page. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay, I just took a screenshot. Now let me go and hold on, fucking phone. Okay, here we go. Copy. Alright, here we go. So here's the data book, and here's the scan. You're looking specifically for number 40.
Alright.
So basically, what I'm trying to argue here is that Kenshiro having like a biological clock that essentially just resets his margin of error every time he attacks would just like negate whatever skill advantage Wolverine would have on him.
So it's like pretty much like, you know, like if like Wolverine has like a skill advantage on him, he'll like kind of like be able to like nag that because like it's like
His biological clock essentially like negates him just missing or not landing attacks.
well, I'm just gonna argue adaptation then. Wolverine's
Okay,
just gonna like
Kenshiro has adaptation himself, but I'll go ahead and get into that in a second. Go ahead and get into Wolverine's adaptation.
Alright, so Wolverine pretty much like has like defeated like Captain America, you know, who's been able to like adapt to like Taskmaster, who well, first I'd like to go over like Captain America's adaptation. It was stated that like he could adapt to like pretty much like any situation, and I'll get the stuff for that. And like
Okay,
he
go ahead and
couldn't
do that real
adapt
quick.
to Wolverine. Like and he couldn't adapt
Okay.
to like Wolverine.
Okay.
Like he even like landed like Captain America couldn't even like do anything. Like Wolverine even landed like a lethal pressure point on him.
Okay.
I'm getting the stuff for that.
Yeah.
One thing that I also like to mention, Captain America even like out adapted Taskmaster, who could like adapt to like any like fighting style within
We'll get
pretty
to that in a
much.
moment. Just drop the stuff for Captain America. We'll go over that. Then after that, we'll go over other
Alright.
stuff that's important.
Alright.
Okay, so what's this? Okay, that's attacking the inner thigh. Interesting. That lump. The fuck, huh? Right here it is. That lump in your thigh. That's what doctors call a massive hematoma from femoral artery pseudoaneurysm. Nice. That's pretty good. Initial analysis indicates that they are using in inchoate. Can't tell what that word is.
Um,
Okay, inch date energies within the pyramid. Sorry if I fucked that up. Duplicator, semi-com
fine.
projection technology. How skilled they are. Okay, so do you mind explaining to me what this third scan is?
Alright, so like if you like read like the rest of the text, it says like Captain America is like an strongest warrior. He's never fought like in these conditions before, and he already adapts, mastering this form completely than many who've trained for decades.
Okay, but how long does his adaptation take in order to take effect?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to like post like the stuff for Taskmaster.
Okay, now we can get into that. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to like post stuff for like Taskmaster. Like
Okay.
Captain America himself even said like, yeah, I'm fighting against the guy who can adapt to like any fighting style within seconds.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Okay.
I just gotta get this one more scan.
Oh, good. These. Now he's
Yeah, just
showing
fucking.
me. Now he's showing me Swordsman, Iron Fist. Okay, so
It's like
what
the
makes
second scan.
Taskmaster deadly is that he can mimic a fighting style and that he analyzes it in seconds and counters just as fast. Taskmaster is considered one of the most dangerous men alive, so. Oh, the brilliance, a little smart. Dumbass. Okay, this one's pretty cool, not gonna lie. A lot smart, dumbass planning isn't worth bunk. I see Caps being a Chad here. Okay, what are you trying to argue here?
I'm just trying to argue, like, Captain America could like adapt to this guy who can like adapt to like you within seconds. But, like, like he couldn't like adapt to Wolverine.
Okay, so now how are you trying to argue this in correlation with Wolverine?
What? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. So how are you trying to argue this in correlation to Wolverine?
Because pretty much Wolverine was able to like outadapt like Captain America, basically.
Are you talking about by these scans you're showing here as evidence?
Like, yeah, with the whole Taskmaster thing, Captain America clearly, like Taskmaster couldn't adapt to Captain America.
Right,
And, like,
right,
like
which is fine. I'll grant that, right? But this first part here, we clearly see in this first scan that like Wolverine was kind of like beat down, right? He was bleeding a little,
yeah.
and then he landed like a pressure point attack on Cap. How's that adaptation exactly?
Well, it's because like Wolverine was at like first losing, and then he like ended up beating Captain America.
That seems to just be him ending the fight with a pressure point attack because he couldn't end it otherwise. I don't
I mean,
see how that's necessarily adaptation.
well, it would still be adaptation because like Captain America, like it couldn't defeat Wolverine, and like he's shown to like adapt to Taskmaster before.
And that's fine, right? But it's just I'm not really seeing at least so much as adaptation here as much as just Wolverine caught Captain America with a pressure point attack on his inner thigh and then kicked him away right as he's trying to jump on Wolverine. I don't see how that's exactly adaptation. I'm not saying that I'm not going to grant it or that it's not possible. It's just I'm not I'm not inherently convinced. That's all.
Well, it would like still be like an adaptation feat for Wolverine though, because
Okay, here's the deal. Let's say I start a fight against someone, and then the first thing that happens is that they knock my ass to the floor. Okay, I'm like bleeding. Okay, I'm in pain. Okay, and then when this guy is trying to jump on me, I notice his thigh is like open, and then I land a pressure point attack. That's kind of what happened here, at least from what you've shown me, right? I don't see how it's adaptation inherently.
Well, if you'd like, I could like get like other stuff of like Wolverine fighting Captain America.
Okay, that's cool. We can go over that stuff too. And again, I'm not denying that it could be adaptation. I'm just not necessarily convinced, at least at those first set of scans. Oh yeah, this is from like the 616 run, right?
Yeah, this is 616.
Yeah, I've been meaning to run the six. I've been meaning to read the 616 run for some time now. So this is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Oh, fuck. The entire show came here to listen to this, huh?
Yeah.
I hope y'all are enjoying the conversation. It hasn't really went to shit, so I think is pretty well for the most part. Okay, so for some context, what other fights are you gonna be dropping in as examples?
I'm gonna be like dropping like on like other occasions. Like Wolverine has fought Captain America.
Okay. And remember, I'm not gonna press you for time, so you don't have to worry about having a time limit. Just try to have your
Yeah.
stuff in 5 or so minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I just have like a lot of scans to like go through here.
That's cool. Just go ahead and drop them a couple scans at a time, so you don't have to drop a lot of them at once. And then after that, when you're done, just tell me if you have all the scans you need.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm fine with waiting. Damn, do we have 14 people in this VC?
Yeah.
Huh. Never had that many. Listen to a debate of ours, or a debate of mine, in a while with that many people. Alrighty. So, while Slick's getting his stuff, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Like me,
Yeah, we're doing good.
I'm just getting a
That's-
drink.
I need
It's all
a
good.
beer after this.
Slick made me depressed. I had some nice fries and some chicken.
Nice. Chinese food.
Well-
Chow mein.
Well, I hope this is entertaining to y'all, at least.
Yeah.
That's good. I try to keep my debates interesting.
Alright, I posted like the first set and I'll get like
Okay.
the rest of the fight for like the first like
Okay.
Wolverine versus
Go ahead and
Captain
drop your other
America.
stuff, and we'll go over it. I'll wait.
Alright.
Did these two bottom scans happen after the hematoma thing? I know the first one on top did, but what about the bottom one?
Wait, like the bottom two I posted were like actually like the beginning of the
Yeah,
fight.
there's
Like that
other
was,
parts of the fight, but I know the top one happened after the hematoma thing. But when did the bottom scan take place? Like before or after that?
it's like it took place like before that.
Okay. I just wondered, so I had some context. Continue on.
Alright. Alright, Wolverine, like even like while like he wasn't like best state, he still like was like fighting against like Captain America pretty well, and I'll get some more context for that.
But these two bottom scans you post.
You're kind of like muffled. Could you like say that again?
You're in another dimension. Get back here.
Oh, my apologies. Anyway, so
All right, yeah.
so the bottom, so like the bottom two scans minus what you just posted, and then like the ones on top, are they like all like the same fight? Do you have anything else to post for them, or?
All right, well, like the top like two, like after like like before the Taskmaster one, and like the next fight, and then like the two I posted after that are part of like the ones at the top.
Okay,
Like
so okay, so
with, like,
let's
Wolverine and Captain America fighting in like that like field.
okay, so let's go with this first one on the bottom. Besides the one where Cap complains about the hematoma thing, it seems like they're trading blows rather than Captain America adapting, or excuse me, rather than Captain America failing to adapt. Because they're more or less trading barbs and trading hands, so it seems more like they're equal in that scan.
Yeah, well, Captain America actually like had to get like help for like someone else because like they were like fighting in like this plane. Like, he had to like get like someone to like throw Wolverine out of the plane. So, like,
okay.
that kind of like does imply like Wolverine was winning. And I'll get like context
okay.
for that.
Okay, so this is a nerfed Wolverine.
Yeah, like this is like when Wolverine, like when he was like pissed off.
Okay.
Like,
I don't have a problem with that then.
He wasn't exactly.
Obviously, but I will say this, just because like
he wasn't,
Wolverine was
in the
like
best mental state.
stronger. Well, hold on. Well, I do acknowledge that like while Captain America wasn't really skilled to like Wolverine, at least in this case, that wouldn't necessarily equate to skill though.
Well, what makes you say that?
Because okay, let's say you're fighting someone, right? And then you said Wolverine here was nerfed, right?
Yeah.
While his skill might not be nerfed, his power was nerfed. So that would mean that he'd be like nerfed enough to a tier where Captain America could take him on in a one-on-one fight. I'm not saying that like he isn't more skilled than Cap. It's just what it seems like here is that he had to be nerfed at least on a power basis rather than on a skill basis.
It wasn't necessarily a power basis. Wolverine was just like not in like the best like mental state at the time.
Oh, he was getting pissed off, right?
Yeah. It wasn't a power basis.
Yeah, that
was, like,
explains
a mental
it.
basis.
Okay, yeah, then that explains it. Okay. Okay, then like we can move on from that then. Alright, so let's move on to this other scan. Got him headbutted both slash. Okay. So I'm guessing in this other one above that looks more like an older set of skins. This was just Captain America getting basically like dunked on by Wolverine, right?
Yeah, this is like Wolverine fighting Captain America, yeah.
Okay. I don't have any initial contentions with this, so we can go ahead and move on from that.
Alright. So you wanna give a one con?
I'm still going over these last bottom three right here.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like in like the bottom scan I posted, like it does like imply like Captain America had to like catch like Wolverine off guard. You could like Captain America saying like now, and then Wolverine's like what, and then yeah, he gets like thrown out of the plane they were fighting in.
So this happens right before like the above scans. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm cool with that. All right. I won't give too much contention, at least on that. But for the adaptation thing, I'll just simply argue that Kenshiro will chop off Wolverine's head before he can adapt with like Nanto Seiken.
Well, okay. Well, could you like post scans for that?
Oh sure, hold on. You know the data book I posted above?
Yeah.
So in there, it talks about Kenshiro like mastering about like every sect of Nanto Seiken. Nanto
All right. What
Seiken
is that?
negation, and then you've already granted the whole biological clock thing earlier. So
Yeah. So like cutting like Wolverine's head off wouldn't really do anything because Wolverine's like healing factor will just kick in.
okay, but can he regenerate his head being chopped off?
Yeah, he's actually regenerated. Like from like much more than that before actually.
Okay, can you post scans for that?
Yeah, sure.
Well, first, let me go and okay, here it is. Oh fuck. Okay, so this you're looking at number 38 right here, where it talks about how he's mastered about like all 108 schools of Nanto Seiken.
All right, yeah, I'll get like the scans for like the healing factor first.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the scans for that. So Wolverine pretty much has like been able to like regenerate from like just like his skeleton before.
Right. Okay, but here's the deal, right?
Yeah.
That's different from say like regenerating, like say your heart, muscles, and all that shit, right? What I'm specifically asking for is, can you regenerate his head being chopped off? Like, does his regen work if his brain isn't attached to his body?
Oh yeah, sure, I'll get something for
Because I'm fine with granting that he has like a retarded healing factor. Just keep this in mind. Kenshiro is chopping off his head. He's not exactly burning him in a fucking oven like Scorpion style from Mortal Kombat. We all know how Noob Saibot feels about that. I'm just saying. You real fucking dead. Anyway.
That
Yeah.
was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was.
First time in a while I've actually cracked a joke in the middle of a debate. And fuck, there's more people. There's more people in here. Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Dude, making Mortal Kombat jokes is always funny. Not gonna lie. Skinny would be proud, that's for sure.
One thing I'd like to ask is like, if Wolverine like regenerated from like a skeleton, why would it like matter if like Kenshiro like cut his head off? Like regenerating like from like your entire skeleton is greater than like your head getting cut off.
Because chopping off, like, say, your head is a completely different scenario than, say, just removing parts of the body, like, say, organs and whatnot.
Well, why exactly?
Okay. Actually, so let me put it this way. Wolverine requires his brain, right?
Well, wait.
You'd say Wolverine requires his brain in order to do all of his, like, bodily functions?
Well, yeah.
Right. So the whole point I'm trying to make here is that if his brain isn't attached to his body because his head was chopped off, then he can't do anything. He's just dead.
Alright, I'll see. I got something for that.
Yeah, because I'm not exactly saying that Kenshiro is going to burn his entire body off with like a flaming skull. I'm just saying that he's going to chop his head off, and unless Wolverine's body, like while headless, can go over there and like pick up the head and put it back on or something like that. And then like I just wouldn't really like agree with regen like negating my win con. at least inherently.
Alright, yeah, Wolverine, with like his like body disconnected like from his head has been able to like still like have like conversations with people.
Okay, can you like drop stuff for that?
Yeah, I'll get something for that, yeah. Like Wolverine's like body was like put in like on a whole nother like location, and it was like just his head left on the table, and he was like still having a conversation
Okay.
with this guy.
Okay.
Here, the scan's just uploading.
All right. Is an undisclosed location. Okay, but would his body be working? Though that's the deal. Would his body even be able to like move or do anything whatsoever in order to like? Because here's the deal, right? In order to like move the body around, the brain has to send signals to the body in order to make those movements. Like say I move my right arm because my brain sent a signal to my right arm to move. So how do you know that Wolverine's body would even be able to move without like his brain attached?
I'll get something for that.
Wolverine's head looks like it's on a couple fucking midget robot legs.
I think it was actually.
Fuck. That's pretty funny. I don't know, that's kind of funny. And Iron Man here looks like some weird bronze Persian motherfucker. Oh yeah, by the way, if someone wants to make a thumbnail or something, I'll just drop an image of Kenshiro in general.
I already made a thumbnail.
Yeah, but here's an image in general, if you ever want to make a thumbnail. It's cool. Honestly,
Just
that's the
edit some
best
of this
image
out.
of Kenshiro you're gonna get. So I've truly tried to find other stuff. Nothing ever works.
Right on.
Yeah, so. Still, Wolverine right out here trying to fucking inspire Frenzy from Transformers 1 to like move him little fucking tiny spider legs. Huh, this VC all be like fucking WWE, the sound of silence. Damn, nice thumbnail.
You can't see this.
No, I can see in the general chat. Yeah, that's a really good thumbnail, my guy. Good job on
It's
that.
like a John Cena thing where you can't see this or you can't hear it.
Yeah. Can't see
Like-
me. You can't see me.
Well, like, yeah, I made the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Next thing you know, someone fucking calls this debate like fucking Wolverine versus Kenshiro on Coke or something. I don't know.
A drug of your choice. What is it? I'm just kidding. We already know
Damn,
what your drug is.
options. I could go for bath salts. I want to die.
That's a Florida thing.
Damn you.
Remember those articles back then about bath salts and people eating people's faces? Yeah.
It has fucking people with
Florida.
bath salts as being weird asses.
Yeah, gotta love Florida.
But of course, a Florida man would know that. We're not going to ask why though.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go there just yet.
I have video compilations on articles and stories about Florida.
You
I'm
see
Florida,
that?
man.
You see that, Corn? He's lived there far less than you have, and he's inspired the soul of the Florida man. You can learn a thing or two.
Florida man.
Florida man used to do something about the whole hurricane shit in Florida.
Oh fuck! What would happen
That's
if
a durability
Carnifex took
feat for
Corn under his
Florida man.
wing on being a Florida man? We'd all fucking die then. We can't handle two Carnifexes.
I'm gonna do a composite Florida man.
Damn! You're really trying to kill us all, huh?
The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers also technically is a Florida man.
That is true. He is a Florida man. fucking Florida man with a spider, with a fucking spider leg head ass. Literally, fucking spider head. Yeah, ripping off him fucking spider heads from Inuyasha, but being literal fucking spider heads.
Yeah. I love
Fucking
that freaky ass
funny
thing.
ass long leg spider heads.
Yeah, I like how freaky he is.
Yeah.
You being me, give me more drink.
You know, not gonna cap, but the fucking Predator's head looks like a fucking jade green base. Anyway, so you still trying to look for those scans, Slick?
Oh yeah, I don't gotta count. I couldn't find anything of like Wolverine's like body like working with like his head like detached.
Okay. Okay, so. And then, do you have another one, Con?
Yeah, let me see if I do. Yeah, for now I'm spent on win cons.
Okay. You don't have any other win cons?
None right now at least. Yeah, I'm kind of spent on win cons actually. So do you want to give any more?
Sure. I'll go ahead and give one more, then we can like conclude after that, if that's fine.
Alright, sure.
Okay. So Kenshiro has a technique called Muso Tensei.
Alright.
Muso Tensei is essentially a state of being where you essentially draw from nothing. You essentially become nothingness itself, right? As in you become the void, right? You're void in physical, non-physical form, right? Basically, Muso Tensei is nothingness itself. Assuming Kenshiro lands an attack on Wolverine, which he should, because the whole biological clock thing I talked about, and that you even agreed to, he will just kill Wolverine via a couple attacks of Muso Tensei. Hold on, let me make a couple scans with this. So,
Alright.
okay, here's a few scans explaining what it is. And that there are two parts to Muso Tensei, by the way. Not even just going on a side point. It's not even relevant. But there are but there are two sides to Muso Tensei. In case anyone wants to know, there is essentially like the drawing from the dead of the version of the technique, where you essentially commune with the dead and then use their techniques. And then there's essentially like, and then the other part is where you're intangible and you can essentially erase people from existence. Just in case anyone wants to know about it. Here.
Yeah, I'm just going through this right now.
Yeah. Of course, I won't shotgun in any way, shape, or form, but I'll even drop more skins with Muso Tensei. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna drop 8 skins, and I'll explain exactly what they are whenever I drop them. This is the rest of the Muso Tensei stuff. So basically, this is just explaining what I was talking about for the whole 2-part thing, just as an explanation. But just here's something else that Muso Tensei can do. Not that I'm gonna like actually argue it. So I guess that's it. If you have questions about it, and then you can go ahead and ask them real quick, and then it'd be time to
I'll
conclude,
just
right?
Go through this. Yeah, I'll just go through this real quick.
Okay. And by the way, this is all happening in the same fight, so there shouldn't be any like misconceptions here.
Yeah.
I would have dropped them in order, but as we know, the phone isn't exactly the best place to put like over half of an entire manga on. So
Yeah.
like head-ass, whenever like I was going through the entire manga, I probably downloaded about like over half of it just in the skins I have alone. Like holy shit. It's hard to find some of the stuff I have most of the time. So I have to like put it
Yeah.
on my computer in parts whenever like I make content.
Yeah, it's hard having like I pretty much keep all my skins on my phone. It's hard having that many
Yeah.
skins on your phone.
Yeah, just where they're fucking everywhere and you don't really have any folders from it. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I have like nearly 1,000 skins on my phone.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I have like around 3,000 skins on here. I definitely know the pain. And by the way, I'm not proud of that either.
There's
Just saying.
storage. How your storage is not full is beyond me right now.
Yeah.
I have a lot of porn.
God damn it,
Of course you
Carnifex.
do.
I do too.
Of course you do.
I have over 30K pictures on my phone. Don't worry, they're not all porn.
I mean, then again, I'm not really any better because, like, I'm just like this fucking virgin manga reading bitch with like over half an entire manga on my phone and like 3,000 or 4,000 scans.
This is why we make docs, people.
Indeed, indeed, that is too true, brother. Too true.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't got a
Couple
counter to
facts.
this.
Okay. Would you like to conclude?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You want to start, or you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll give it to you. You no diffed me.
Okay. Well, I'll still give like a general conclusion, just for the formality of it. So first, I think you definitely did a lot better compared to the other day. You definitely were more on point. There was no real derails. I just had like a couple contentions, mainly from not really understanding the context, but we cleared that up immediately, and there wasn't really any issues. I think I proved my side pretty well for the most part, but I definitely did enjoy the conversation overall, regardless of what difficulty it was. So that's it.